Keychains, I'm going to show you how we attach language labels to bins, bundles, bags, backpacks, zip pouches, whatever. But most importantly, how we make them. So each tag on a bunch of Know Your Rights resources says reuse, replace, refill, whatever, or return to your local supply hub. In this case, this one's specifically for Salem. It has a code here for a whole bunch of resources in many, many languages. And it's kind of like a one-stop shop. Things like that do exist, but at the time they didn't. So we made one, but it links to all the other ones that do exist and are maintained by immigrant leaders and top orgs. We have our national, or not national, our statewide hotline for rapid response. This is part of the Siembra network. Luce is in Massachusetts, 617-370-5023. You can call or text to reach out to us. Well, not me, but Luce, and get help. How do I make these tags? I recently asked a bunch of volunteers, like, hey, take these languages, make tags, but I didn't give enough explanation. So if you compare to our keychains, the Know Your Right keychains go in horizontal badge holders. So it's easy to get things in and out. You can actually fit more stuff. We want people to be able to take in and out slips that say, oh, hey, you need a lawyer, here's a link for free lawyer. You need bond, here's a link for bond. You need to know your rights, here's a link for that. So you can share what's in there. Those go into horizontal badge holders. Labels and tags, we're using the vertical ones. This partly just came because people bought vertical ones. We needed horizontal. So I said, hey, how do we use this? But they're also really visible. So if this is hanging on a hook on a wall, let's say at like House of Worship or some other supply hub like a shed or something, you can see right away what language it is, right? Easy. We have a color code, by the way. So Spanish is green, English is yellow, Portuguese is blue, and Haitian Creole is orange. This is just random based on what color paper was available at the time, and everything else is red or pink. And so there's an example here. It says Supply Hub color code with example. And then this bag has all the label tag stuff. Okay. So recently we said to volunteers, hey, make a bunch of tags. This is one way that we can keep track of all the requests for languages. Just make the little slip, and from now on, we're just having it print like a whole page with the word Spanish over and over and over on green paper. Thought about making the whole tag in green for Spanish and the whole tag in something else for another, but there'd be so many that are just red and it's hard to see. And we want it to be catchy to the eye. It just worked better this way. So this will be typed, not handwritten soon. But I gave this and said, okay, so here's a tag, make this tag. But to specify the details, we're going to look at the example. So you want it to be visible from both sides of the tag. So you stick a little piece of paper here so it doesn't cover the QR code right there. And then you flip it over, and it's okay to cover the phone, especially if it's an old-fashioned phone, not a cell phone, that's fine. Cover that up. You just don't want to cover up the numbers. So don't cover the QR code, don't cover the phone number. Those are like life-saving things. And stick it there. I kind of like to have the QR code down because then I know the phone number is going to be safe. It's whatever. And if you get really good at it, you make a bunch, you can use one piece of tape to go front to back. It's nice. So anyway, so we've had requests for a bunch of languages. I have like another 50 in Spanish in the works, but need that one. A couple in Lao, which is the language of Lao, Laotian people, Lao language. We need a bunch in Greek. We need just one in Russian, one in Somali. We already have a bunch. We need just one in Zapotec and a ton in Haitian Creole. So this is a good way to keep track. So if I have directions in a task bin, let's say make labels in these languages, please. And seek donors. Badge holders are 9 to 10 cents each on our wish list. That's what I mean to make tags like this. And I'll include this as an example tag they can copy. Good way to do it. Pink is kind of an obnoxious color in my opinion, but it is the color Post-it I had at the time when I was trying to tell a bunch of volunteers I may never meet in person what to do to help Supply Hub. Bam, there we go. That's it, making tags. I find it helpful to print a bunch of these at once. If you have misprints where like one side comes out goofy or is too faint or you forgot there was something on it, those are the ones you can stick on boxes. So anything in your recycle bin, like random cardboard boxes, can become bundles. And you just attach the goofy looking QR side and or Luce side to it and tape it down with mailing tape. Piece of cake. Here's an example. Bam! Cardboard box is now Portuguese Know Your Right stuff and keychains. And you just stick them on there. Very useful. All right. Label and tag makes it useful for everyone. let's say you're in a hurry and you meet somebody and say, hey, everywhere I go, I give out these Know Your Rights keychains. I've got English, Spanish, and French with me today. Can you help me share these with people? Mm, You say, oh yeah, yeah, I'd love that. What is it? Oh yeah, it tells you how to get a lawyer, tells you what to do if ICE is harassing someone, helps you know your rights, no matter what. We all need them, no matter what our status. Can you help me share with other people? Are there any languages you need? Oh yeah, I've got Arabic in the car. I run to the car. I quickly look and oh yay, there's a tag that says Arabic on it, and that would be red or pink. And I would grab that one and go right back inside. Give in Arabic as well. Piece of cake. Helps us all. And then they will have the directions. It says refill, replace, reuse, whatever, return. They may not have a clue what Supply Hub is. Doesn't matter. They can zap this, and near the top are directions like, hey, what the hell is this thing I'm looking at? Oh, yeah, it's helpful stuff so that people have their rights respected. Whatever you think about politics, we all agreed in the Constitution, right? So let's be cool. And they can call Luce, they can text Luce. So it has all the stuff they need, and it has it in their language. And since it's viewed in a browser, they can also have English things translated pretty easily. It's a win win. Thank you, everybody. Bye.